signs and tattoos, carrying weapons, fairly large sums of unexplained money, graffiti. Uh, the media glamorizes crime. They make it look like stardom is synonymous with gangs. You know, the big time. They make them attractive to the kids. Together or against the other interest groups, they define and dramatize and deliver to the public the various interpretations of the threats posed by organized crime. What I guess I'm trying to say is that gang members are basically people, as we all are, who have parents, siblings, and children of their own. They are trying to get along in this world like everyone else. Okay? So I'm not saying this to say that we should condemn people who are involved in gang activity or whatever, because overall we see a connection between the government officials making money off the same system. The system, it goes on to say that the system that like drug trafficking, this is all interconnected into our economy, right? If it's interconnected into our economy, there's a lot of big money being made. Because when they get through doing one thing on a criminal level, then there's somebody on a so-called legal level that's a recipient of the benefits from the illegal. And that in turn is how it comes back into the economy. And that enriches the economy. So it's really beneficial to have something, as you would call, underground. In fact, each time they make a law, does not this law equal some kind of black market activity? We have the situation where they keep going up on cigarettes. What have they created by going up on cigarettes? People are selling cigarettes on the street like in the jailhouse. Jailhouse cigarettes are money. They have a value. This same value is being transferred to the streets. People are making money off of cigarettes. They want you to go up even higher on the cost of cigarettes so they can make even more money. Don't you think the government can seize this correlation? So why do they do it? Oh, okay. So you're saying they're interconnected.
Not everybody, but cigarettes don't want to hide selling things. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know that I don't. I'm not. I mean, I'm sure that cigarettes, cause cancer. I'm not going to debate that. But back when the U.S. government provided studies that were saying that smoking cigarettes were healthy, for how many years, then all of a sudden now they know that people who are going to, keep smoking, they're going to pay the $10 a pack. It's not going to deter that many from quitting, and they can only make more money, but that they could cover their own behind by saying, hey, we're trying to make it as hard as possible for them to keep smoking by raising the price, but without thinking of the unintended consequences, like Mr. Adams just spoke of, that basically cigarettes are becoming, like you could buy them on the street too for $1. Not, they're interrelated.
So I'm saying this to say that during the 20s, they came up with prohibition and all of these things. And prohibition didn't work because many of the elite people wouldn't give up their champagne and all of that either. So they turned it around and they made it legal, booze legal. But the point is I'm trying to say is that they create another economy, another form that becomes illegal. every time you buy a cigarette on the street for 75 cents or 50 cents or whatever they charge, then you are performing a criminal act equal to the person that's selling you the cigarette. So what they have done is created a situation where people are, if they can't afford $10 a pack of cigarettes, they're going to buy, somebody come up to them and say, well, look, you want to smoke? Here, I'll sell you a cigarette for, that we used to give away for nothing. In fact, when you met someone in the older days when I was growing up, when they was 25 cents a pack, the way to get to know a person was to hand him a cigarette. That person took a cigarette and you got to know each other. Now, they're so high, you know, and the other point is I'm saying that to say that this is now it's an illegal thing. When you give him 75 cents for that cigarette, you are as much of a criminal as the person selling it to you. So we are making criminals out of our citizens by doing this. The point is, if they want to take it up another notch, another thing I feel that goes on is that when they make a law, sometimes it's a very small law, just to get their foot in the door. Then you look up, suddenly this law starts to expand. They start to add to this law. Next thing you know, it's a criminal offense for something that wasn't a criminal offense a long time ago. So I'm saying that the system, I think, is playing games with people's heads. And I'll tell you something while we're finishing this up. My opinion about it is that you can't win. Because in the future segments that we may hopefully have to talk about things, I'm going to cover the fact that it goes all the way back to the first civilization, this type of behavior. And if this type of behavior went back to the first civilization and it's continued until now, chances of it being shut down and stopped is nil. There's an old saying that render unto Caesar what is Caesar and unto God what is God's. That means that do not sell your soul. I have to work in the system. I have to work because the system is set up that way. If I don't work, I can't eat. I can't have a roof over my head and such things. Again, we have some of my people who are late getting here refusing to accept the fact that we're on the air. But the deal is that we're going to continue. If I can't have any other recourse but to work in the system, then I will work in the system. I will earn my daily paycheck and I will pay the taxes, okay? But at the same time, I will not sell my soul. I will always remember that in the process of things that I don't have to commit evil to get the money. I don't have to let the money taint my mind to the point where I become callous and insensitive to the needs of others. So that opens up another category of another subject of things, like I say, that goes back to the end of time, Africa until now. I feel that at this point, this finishes our third and final trilogy of the relating to the concept of the book called Snowed, that consisted of a play reading, stage production, and this round table discussion. Is born of forgiveness. Redemption is born of forgiveness based on remorse and a rededication to a righteous cause. The beauty of America is its ability to produce or attract leaders, not only from the elite classes, but also from the so-called common, who are able to rise. Nobody today or past existed without baggage. We are all human, but it is when we rise above our limitations and for selfless reasons benefit the body whole of mankind, is when greatness is born. The beauty of America is its tolerance for leaders like George Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, Teddy and Franklin Roosevelt, JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King. In my place snowed, I write the N-word, and in the reading, I feature Caucasians using it, who would never use such words otherwise in public. I know realities cannot be swept under a rug. It is incumbent on each generation to be honestly involved in educating themselves lifelong about what's going on in their country. Only by honest self-analysis and critiquing oneself can we gain mastery over the endeavor we choose to excel at. Be it sports, academics, arts, or sciences. At this point, I am David A. King, over and out. Thank you. Thank you. Now let me find out who's been bugging us. If you